Hello and welcome to Soma Talks again. This is Agata. Welcome to the podcast where body and mind meet. I am so grateful you are here with me today, and I cannot wait to talk to you more about today's topic. But firstly, yesterday, on Sunday, September 21st, we experienced a new moon in Virgo zodiac sign. So in this episode, we will reflect on that. We will ask ourselves, what does it mean? How the moon cycles influence our emotions, our body, or even our relationships. We will travel through history, Asian rituals, some yoga traditions, and modern insights. And I will guide you through a very short reflection practice to connect with this lunar energy in your own manner. I truly hope you will find this episode inspirational and authentic, because the moon is always there. So it's very valuable to learn how to adapt ourselves to the moon cycle so that it can benefit us. If you are ready, let's begin. Before moving to the first section, I will share with you the quick agenda for today. We will start with the Asian connection to the moon, so a bit of historical and spiritual background. Then we will move on to science and sensitivity, which is a very original combination that I want to share with you. We will go through the yoga and the moon, so how yoga interprets the moon cycles. Then I will explain you what are the 4 moon phases, and we will reflect on what happened yesterday, so about the new moon in Virgo. Lastly, I will share with you a short reflection exercise. And before closing, we will discuss how moon affects our relationships. Lastly, I will wrap up what we talked about. If this sounds good to you, stay with me. Our Asian connection to the moon is crucial because for thousands of years, humans have lived in rhythm with the moon. In Hinduism, the moon is called Chandra. It is seen as connection, as something linked to our emotions and mind. So many rituals and, for example, fasting, they were held on full moons and new moons. That was the way of honoring the moon's nourishing and calming energy. In Buddhism, the full moon is sacred. The festivals that are celebrating Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and death always fall on a full moon. It's called Vesak. Monks are gathered to meditate and reflect in such days. In Islam, for example, the entire calendar is lunar. The sighting of the new moon determines the beginning of Ramadan and other holidays. In Judaism, holidays like Passover and Sukkot align with the full moon. So the moon here is the reminder of renewal and divine timing. In various indigenous traditions, the moon was celebrated with others in a community. The full moon was a time for rituals, gratitude, dancing, storytelling, and so on. The new moon was a moment to plant seeds, both in the soil and in the spirit as well. So the moon has always been a mirror. It reflected the cycles of growth, rest, that people used to link to their own inner experiences. This leads us to the question of science and spirituality. Modern science supports this Asian wisdom. The moon affects the tides, and since our bodies are mostly water, many believe it softly influences us too. Research shows sleep and melatonin cycles can change around the full moon. Some people feel more restless, emotional, active, and energized. But beyond what science measures, the moon invites us to accept our own cycles. So the moments of energy and the moments of stillness, days of clarity and days of confusion. The moon teaches us to honor all these phases because this is a part of being human. And this is not the end. Many traditions continue with this reflection. For example, yoga. In yoga, the sun and the moon represent 2 complementary energies. The sun is very active, it's heating, it's outward. The moon is contrary. It's cooling, calming, it's oriented inward. This duality is the root of Hatha yoga. Ha means sun and Ta meaning moon. So yogic tradition encourages slowing down during the new moon and full moon because energy can feel unstable in these moments. For example, instead of intense practice, yogis often focus on meditation, chanting, breathing in such days. There are practices like Chandra Namaskar, so the moon salutation, which honors the cooling energy. It's often practiced in the evening or around moon transitions. Pranayama, such as Chandravedana, is a breathing through the left nostril to calmness, balance, and receptivity. The moon reminds us that yoga is not only physical postures, not only asanas. It is a way of living in alignment with nature's rhythms. But in the context of moon, what are these rhythms? Now it's time for explaining what are the 4 moon phases. Firstly, new moon. It's about reflection and intention. So in the new moon, the sky is dark. The energy turns completely inward. We cannot see the moon. This is the time for introspection. We may feel quieter, maybe a bit lower in energy, maybe a bit drawn to journaling and meditation. Maybe it's a good idea to follow this intuition of going more inward at that time. Next phase is waxing moon. It's about growth and action. Then the light grows again, and so does our inner momentum. Because energy rises, our creativity flows, our social interactions are boosted. It's the moment to start acting on our intentions in very small practical ways. So waxing moon is about taking the first action after the time of reflection during the new moon. Third phase is the full moon. It is believed to be the time of release and clarity. So the moon is at its brightest and emotions peak. So this phase can bring a lot of restlessness, a lot of tension, action, or breakthroughs. Spiritually, it is the time to let go, to release habits, fears, attachments that no longer serve us. Many traditions celebrate the full moon as a moment of gratitude as well, as a moment of purification. Lastly, we have the waning moon. It's about rest and integration. The last phase, it's about ending. The light fades and we slow down. It is a time to reflect, integrate lessons, and prepare for the next one. Our bodies may ask for more gentleness. Our minds might need stillness. It's a good time to meditate or breathe, or maybe start journaling to support inner reflection. To sum it up, each phase is a reminder that life is not linear. It moves in circles. It is about rhythm and changes, just like the moon. Now let's come back to what happened yesterday. So let's bring the wisdom to the present. Yesterday we experienced a new moon in Virgo. In astrology, Virgo is believed to be associated with health, routines, the body, because this is an earth sign. Spiritually, it asks us to honor the small, everyday choices that give us the feeling of balance. It's not about big gestures, but rather about gentle practices like mindfulness, deep breathing, hydration or healthier eating, journaling, or simply caring for your own inner space. For example, maybe you felt inward, thoughtful, or drawn to reorganize your life, because this is Virgo's influence in astrology. Even though the new moon has passed, its energy lingers, so you can still set intentions for this lunar cycle. Let them be very simple, grounded. Let them be kind to yourself. My 3 inspirations would be: I will listen more deeply to my body, I will create one daily ritual of mindfulness, or I will simplify my routines to support my well-being. These are some ideas, but I am sure that if you listen well to your body, you will come up with the most apt intention for yourself. As you know, I am a fan of conscious breathing, and this is what I would like to suggest you now. We can make a very short reflection exercise that you can repeat afterwards on your own. If you can, sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a slow breath in and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Imagine the night sky. it's quiet, dark, with the new moon just behind us. A fresh cycle is beginning. Ask yourself softly, what is one small thing that my body is asking for right now? Don't think too much, just notice what comes. Then ask, what is one small thing that my mind is asking for right now? When you are ready, open your eyes. If you have a journal, write it down. This is your gentle intention for the weeks ahead. You can repeat this exercise regardless of the moon cycle because you will adapt to it naturally. Our body, our subconsciousness, they know better. And just by doing such a short mindful exercise, you can really tune in into the rhythm of the external energy in the given moment. Before we close this episode with a final conclusion, there is one more important topic that I would like to bring down: the moon and relationships. Because the moon also influences how we connect with others. During the full moon, emotions can run high. It's a time of many conflicts, but also a time of passion and truth. So it's time of illumination. Things that were hidden often come to light. The new moon, on the other hand, can make us quieter, more inward, less sociable. This may create distance in relationships, but it can also be a time to set shared intentions with a partner or friend, because we both can reflect on ourselves and combine our intentions. The waxing moon is a great phase for collaboration, making plans, activities, and socializing. So use this energy to connect with others. The waning moon supports release, forgiveness, let go of any conflicts, misunderstanding, start to heal from the wounds caused by others. Forgive them. In general, relationships move in cycles. Awareness allows us to respond with compassion instead of reacting with emotion. And this is what following the moon phases can help us achieve. Now, let's sum up. The moon has always guided humanity through religion, rituals, yoga, personal reflection, and others. Its phases remind us of cycles of intention, growth, release, and rest. And we all experience such tides within us. Yesterday's new moon in Virgo invited us to focus on a small, grounded practices that support our body and mind. And remember, it is not too late to set your intention for this cycle. The moon is still here, although it's not in the peak. You can still use its energy. That's it. Thank you for joining me in this reflection. I hope you found it inspirational and enriching. You may continue to listen to your body, honor your mind, and find harmony in their interconnectedness, just like the moon does. Goodbye for now, and until next time. Soma Talks, Agata Daras.